What up, y'all? It's your boy Theo E.J. Wilson back in the saddle once again. And if you believe that the confirmation of Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court could actually permanently break this country, you ain't that far off from the truth. Kavanaugh is a dick-ass dude. If you remember his testimony and the way that he responded to his questions, dude's actually a dick, right? He's a dick that was forced in by the power structure against the popular will of the people. How is that not rape culture? In fact, one thing that's burned into my mind is the image of Mike Pence hammering down his gavel after the confirmation and the halls of Congress literally filling with the wails and screams of women. It's like it sexually assaulted the psyche of an entire country, right? The thing about it is that this kind of power is rape culture because why? It gets its will despite the pain that it causes to its victims. What's so funny to me is that conservatives, in getting this victory, lost so many moral arguments, especially the moral arguments where they try to gaslight us out of knowing the things that we actually know about this country. So Kavanaugh confirmation, also rape culture. We have confirmation, white supremacy, confirmed, patriarchy, confirmed, victim invisibility, also confirmed in this. The will of the people is not being done. And the truth is, it hasn't been done for a while. If you look at the Supreme Court, we had 4 justices that have been appointed by presidents that did not win the popular vote. You got John Roberts and Samuel Alito, appointed by George W. Bush, who lost the popular vote. And now you got Kavanaugh and Gorsuch, appointed by Trump, who also lost the popular vote. What's interesting to me is that you cannot have that much conservative stuff in there at the highest court of the land and a country who, when it comes to all polling, is overwhelmingly liberal and not have long-term civil unrest for decades to come. It actually is kind of a civic emergency. What's so interesting too is that like conservatives always want to tell black people, get over slavery, right? How you gonna tell us to get over slavery when everything you got in the last 30 years politically has been because of the Electoral College, who put people that did not reflect the popular will into positions of power? All right. So you get to tell us to get over slavery, but everything you got is because of an institution that exists because they were trying to appease slave states. Where they do that at? Answer, America. And we got to also talk about this, man. Elephant in the room. White women. We got to address y'all, right? 53% of you did not like what happened and believe just Christine Ford. And also 53% of y'all voted for Trump. So y'all got to choose. You want to be white or do you want to be women? You got to make that choice right now, because if you choose to be white, you side with the power structure as is that oppresses other folks. You choose to be women, well, you side with those who are rising against said power structure, all right? And one thing that this really brings to mind to me, hate to say it, y'all, voting works. Oh yes, voting absolutely works. We got to do it. We got to actually beat our feet to them polls. I know this sounds like I'm stumping for Democrats. Unfortunately, for this phase of the battlefield, that's what it has to be. The enemy of my enemy is my friend during warfare. Meaning we keep working and looking for these perfect ass candidates, real progressives who reflect all of our values. That ain't the point right now. They all have a mission, and that's to get this dude out of office. And if voting didn't work, why would they try so hard in all these counties to suppress the black vote? You don't believe voting works? Why the fuck did Trump get in office, right? It's because even during the primaries, the voting, after he appealed to the popular and kind of low-key white supremacist side of the Republican Party, defeated the entire field of GOP candidates. So Cruz out, Bush out, right? Rubio out. Why? Because of voting. They say that the largest political party in America is those who did not vote in the 2016 elections. Many of them progressive because they were disgruntled with the Democratic Party because how Bernie Sanders was treated, how all of that shit just, you know what I'm saying, looked like it was falling by the wayside, and how they felt all of it was a sham. I get it, right? In the absence of that, in the absence of your activism, garbage like this happens. So, bottom line of this shit, catch me in November. How about that? I'm Theo E.J. Wilson. Go ahead and like, follow, share, get this message out there. If y'all agree with it, holla back. Go on.